friends! In our last video, we talked about how to use the cut and paste method to design your own chart on our blank Doodle master chart, but there might be a reason that you want to color your chart instead. So today I'm going to show you how to use colored markers like these to color your charts from your original design that came from the printed set onto your blank Doodle master chart. For this, I recommend using pretty bold tipped markers. So you want to have a thick edge because it's just a little bit easier to color in these squares with that. And to find colors that roughly align to the colors of the yarn that you want to use, because then you'll be able to visually see a little bit about what it's going to look like. For our example, our sample looks like this, and so these are the colors that we picked. So what you're going to do is pick the color that you need first and find the chart. And while you don't need to cut out the charts for this, I've already cut out these charts, so I'm going to start with those. You can use these directly from digital, especially if you don't have a printer or if you don't want to cut and paste. And so what you'll do is look at your chart that you have, and you're going to recreate it on this blank chart by hand with the colors. And how that works is that you're going to count over 2 blank stitches, and then we have our first stitch for seaweed. So we'll start there. We're going to go up 3, over 1, up 5, over 1 again, and up another 5. I like to do this by tracing my outlines first and then coming back in to color the individual stitches because I find that's a little bit easier to keep track of. And then you can go through with your bold tip and just color in that space. And then we're going to go over 2 again until our next seaweed. So we'll skip 2, start here, and we'll go up 1, up 3, and then up 2. And you can see how that, again, you would finish that tracing out and then color that in. And as you go, you can add your single stitches as they come across here, so you can fill those in and get your project started. And so this does take a little bit more time, but there's a couple reasons that you might want to do it this way. One is if you're really color oriented, so you really are wanting to see which colors you're using and how they're working together, or if you're really wanting to see which colors are in which rows, especially as you get to multicolored projects. Having them color-coded can be more helpful. So that's one reason you might want to recolor your charts. Another reason that you might want to recolor these charts is that you might want to alter them. And so while we have designed dozens of charts that we think will help you with a lot of the colorwork designs that you want to make, you may find that you want to make a change to the charts that we've done. And you're totally allowed to do that. And the best way to do that is if you're going to redraw them here. One example of that might be using this octopus here. So we will have a motif typically in our chart pattern that is the central motif. So for this one, it's an octopus. And you'll notice there's these little dots around the octopus. We call these flare, but these are actually strategically placed there so that we have ways to catch our floats in between the long strands of colorwork that might otherwise not have a catch. And so, for example, these 2 ends of the tentacles, you can imagine that if all of this was the background color, that'd be quite a long float to catch. So we add a little bit of flare so that you can catch your floats more easily in these stitches. But if you're using something like ladder back jacquard, or you're very comfortable catching stitches, you can eliminate those if you want. And so a good way to eliminate those is to, when you're redrawing your set, you can just not draw those stitches. Or alternatively, you could color those a different color. So while our example uses all pink for this octopus, because it's easier if you have a single color in a chart like this, if you wanted to make these more like bubbles, you could do these in a blue or a white instead of the pink. And that's another way that you might want to visually alter the chart as you redraw it on the set. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in a colored version that I prepared earlier so you can see a little bit about how this looks. You can see that we started with our seaweed at the bottom, and then we did the shell, some waves. You can see here that I did try to use this dark pink, but I ran out of ink, so I changed it to the same light pink that I used here. Sometimes you do make mistakes, which is totally fine. I messed up here, whoops, and I also messed up over here. That's totally fine. This is a fun project. It's supposed to be a little arts and crafty, so don't worry if you mess up. You can always just exit out and work around that. But this is a bit about what it looks like once you take your doodle charts and you color them on to your project like this. You can always download a version of this free from our website at pacificknitco.com. So if you want to grab an extra chart or two, I probably should have printed out a few more than this because I did mess up. But print out as many as you want and design as many as you want, because it's always going to be really fun and just great to design your own custom chart. And then when you're finished, you will have a project that looks a little bit like this. Thanks.